Captain America the First Avenger in 3D is out now in the USA and on rolling release across the world over the next few weeks. Last year, BBC's classical music station Radio 3 started a mentoring scheme to put young world musicians together with an internationally renowned artist in their field. This year's lucky protégé is a British-born musician called Hari Sivanathan. His family are from the war-torn northern Sri Lanka. Hari plays the veena, which is a traditional South Indian string instrument used in Carnatic music. His mentor is Aruna Sairam, widely regarded as the leading South Indian female vocalist of her generation. Aruna Sairam spent several weeks working with her protégé, but they will perform for the first time in London on Wednesday as part of the BBC Proms Festival. While Hari Sivanathan was busy rehearsing, Aruna explained to me how having mentors was an important part of Carnatic musical tradition.
We call our teacher a guru because guru means one who removes the darkness. So in any subject, if you have somebody who's guiding you and enlightening you, you call them a guru. And I think the sharing of knowledge is the most deep kind of sharing that you can do. So I'm very happy about having had that experience.
And a guru doesn't just teach you about musical technique.
No way. In fact, I think what I learned from my guru was a way of living, a way of making a life as a musician, a way of being sensitive to everything that's around you, to take from that emotion and then put it in your music and vice versa. So it's a whole lot of learning that's outside of just music, you know.
What did you pass on to Hari, who's obviously from Britain, born here, of Sri Lankan Tamil parents?
Yes.
Did you find there were big cultural differences?
Yes and no, because while he is trained formally in Carnatic music and is proficient and very talented, I think it's the sights and the sounds and the smells and the light and the language and everything that you grew up into that makes a big difference. So while he's doing Carnatic music, he's thinking, speaking and being English, you know. So that I thought has to be bridged. So now I think what I was able to give him is the awareness that he has to open himself up, and if he did, I don't think it's a bridge that you can't cover.
I know that some Carnatic musicians are very strict about sticking to tradition. You, on the other hand, have collaborated with musicians from other cultures and traditions. I mean, why is that important to you, to bridge, if you like, with other cultures?
Yeah, because I think I was myself a product of a similar situation as Hari, though not that extreme. I was raised in Bombay and I was learning Carnatic music. The best of the artists of the country were visiting my parents' humble home, which is a small apartment in Bombay. So, you know, it was an eye-opener for me, and I wanted to be at some stage where all the Carnatic greats are, but I couldn't because geographically I was cut away from all of that. So that's where I think I learned to branch out, reach out to other musicians, come to your perform with other musicians, and then I went and made this whole journey back to Chennai, where I now live, and have tried to put a foot right where the best of them are. And so it's been a long journey, and I know exactly what Hari is going through, but I think he'll do great.
Shatamahahita vibhanga Shri Rama samanaripu sannutanga Krutamanavantaranga Janakaja Shrungara Jalaja Branga.
Let's explain to the audience what Carnatic music is. I know it's from South India, and it's overwhelmingly based on songs, isn't it?
The main body of the work is compositions. As we also know in the Western tradition, we we lay great stress on the composer, whether it's a Mozart or a Bach or a Beethoven. So we have a Tyagaraja or a Shastri or a Dikshitar. But aside from that, there is a lot of improvisation that's happening before, after, and during that composition. So it's basically improvised music along with a strong formatted structure.
A bit like jazz, in that
I would
sense?
say so. Sure.
So Carnatic music's usually the voice and one stringed instrument? Or?
Yeah. In a concert today, as we speak, we usually do a voice, a violin accompanying the voice and shadowing or tailing it completely, and then 1, 2, or 3 percussion instruments. So you're going to be playing in front of this huge audience in the Albert Hall and also over the radio for this Proms concert. Presumably British audiences react rather differently from Indian ones, don't they, to Carnatic music? I should think so.
Indian audiences get up on their feet and sort of shout out requests and dance.
But I must tell you, the French do.
The French
when I
as well?
perform at the Théâtre de la Ville, the French audience climbs on the seat and they stand up and they put their hands up and they applaud, and when they give you a curtain call, oh, they are really heavy. And in Barcelona too.
You won't get the British standing on their seats, will you?
No, I don't know.
Maybe.
You have to tell
that
me.
might have to be the challenge, the Albert Hall.
Yes.
We shall wait and see. And if the prom goes well this Wednesday, as I'm sure it will, and you do manage to get the audience standing on their seats and dancing, will you and Harry perform again together? Is this going to be an ongoing collaboration?
I can feel that is something that could very well happen. Yeah, it's a good feeling.
The South Indian singer Aruna Sairam, and you can listen to each Promenade concert as it's performed on the BBC's Radio 3 website. That's bbc.co.uk/Radio 3. I'm Kirsty Lang. You're listening to The Strand, the global arts and entertainment programme from BBC World Service. And if you go to our website, you can see some images by the South African photographer Andrew Chabungo. Now, he was born